I'm Robin Dyer and welcome to Burn. It's time to work out again. We're here at Burn Studio and you don't really need any equipment, just a mat, possibly if you have one. If you don't have a mat, just maybe a nice towel, something for your knees or your hands. Definitely have some water close by. You need to be hydrating, and a towel to wipe a little bit of sweat if that's what happens. If you're newer to working out today, I want you to remember to work at your own level. Always take the level that's right for you that I show you, and you can even hit the pause button anytime you'd like to. So make sure you move at your own pace, and remember, it does get easier. You will get stronger. So let's start with a little bit of a warm-up. We're gonna start with a knee drive. So the purpose in our warm-up today is we really want to lift the heart rate, lift the breath, and warm up the body so that we're ready for the work. All you need today is about half an hour. Good. So we're gonna keep a nice strong core. We're gonna pull, reach for the sky as we drive the knees in. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna sit back into what we call a chair squat. Now if you wanna take your feet a little bit wider, that's okay, but we're gonna sink the weight into the heels, really contract through the core, lift the chest, and we're just gonna sit low. Good. Breathe it out for 8 seconds. Legs are lighting up. Give those toes a little wiggle. Make sure that the weight is in your heels. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna start moving side to side into what we call a side lunge. So as we sit over side to side, we're gonna sit the weight back in the heels. It's really important with the side lunge that you keep your toes to the front of your room. And again, just like in the chair squat, you should be able to wiggle those toes. When you're ready, we're gonna start reaching down across the body. So a little rotation through the core. You should always keep your core contracted. We call it, you'll hear us say engage the core, engage the core. Basically, that just means you need to keep a good core contraction through your entire abdominal wall from front to back. Good, last one. Now this time, let's step it out. We're gonna actually hold it down and we're gonna shift side to side. Just a little dynamic stretching. Just opening up the inner thigh, the hip, and still moving the body. Good, give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold this side for a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, shift over this side. 3, 2, 1, shift over. Give me 2 more. 3, 2, 1, shift over. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and release that. Coming back into a nice chair squat. This time you might be able to sit a little bit lower. You should really feel that you're a little warmer than the first squat. Sinking back for 8 counts. Breathe. You take those breaks when you need them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to move toward the back of my mat, turning to the side. We want to take our feet a little bit wider than hip distance. You're going to inhale up to the sky. Exhale down. Engage your core. Bend the knees. We're going to walk it out into a plank. Now, a plank just means that you can drop to the knees, keeping them behind the hips, or you're going to be on the toes. Squeezing the quads or the fronts of the thighs. I want you to really engage the whole body. You should even have the glutes engaged. Squeezing those too as well. 10 seconds, pressing strong out of the mat. 5, 4, get ready to bend the knees. I want you to walk the hands strongly back to the feet. We're gonna do this again, kind of rounding up. Nice strong spine. Big inhale up. And exhale down, bending the knees, walking back out. This time we're gonna be on the mat. So we're not gonna be standing again for actually a few minutes. Holding this plank for about 10 more seconds, dropping to the knees when you need to. Wide fingertips. We're gonna take the belly, lift up into a V position, into what we call down dog. Now this is not about forcing the heels to the mat, but rather lifting the hips to the sky. Now using the core, using the abdominal wall, shifting forward strong, back into plank. Just a little bit more dynamic movement to finish our warm up. Lifting back up, down dog. We're moving on about 2 counts. Good, and then back out to plank. We're gonna do one more, and on this down dog, I want you to hold on to it. As you press out of the fingertips and the knuckles and press the chest toward the tops of your thighs, I want you to really bend the knees and just give me a nice little pedal here. Good. Releasing back at any time. Let's settle back into your down dog. And we're gonna come down into what we call child's pose. Now this child's pose is really just to roll the wrists, and we're gonna come right back into it. Now you feel free to come back to a resting place anytime you like. So we're gonna shift forward. We're gonna go back into our down dog. And we're gonna take this a little step further. What I'd like you to do is kind of widen the hands out. We're gonna do 2 down dog push-ups. So this is where we do a push-up, and we're gonna take the crown of the head toward the mat. Now the core is still strong. Holding here, I want you to take the knees. You're gonna bend, hover, press up. Do it one more time. Bend, press up. Let's do 3 more rounds of that. So it's 2 down dog push-ups, 2 bend, and hover. Now, even though the core is working, obviously the arms are working, but this is also a nice little opener for the backs of the legs, the hamstrings. Good. My arms are already on fire. Good. Bend the knees, press. How about one more? And we'll take an upper body release. Good. Bend, up, bend, and up. All right, back to child's pose. Knees apart, feet together. Let the tailbone sink toward the feet. Roll the wrists. Okay, so what we're gonna go into is we're gonna have quite a bit of core work today. So we're gonna go onto our backs, plan on 3 rounds of this circuit. So as we lay on our backs, we're gonna pull the belly tight. And I want you to think about driving the belly button toward the lower back as you press it down toward the floor. Fingertips are gonna go behind the neck. Your goal is to keep the elbows back as you lift and lower. Now, crunches tend to be, the form tends to be not so great sometimes because we end up pulling on the neck and putting strain here. I want you to think about lifting your chest to the sky, keeping those feet connected to the floor. We're gonna lift with purpose and intention for 8 more. 7. Here's 6. Good. 5. Slow and controlled is better. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, now this is round 1. You're gonna notice that I move from my back to face down quite a bit, and this is to keep from putting too much strain on the lower back. So this core circuit, we're gonna be flipping back and forth quite a bit. We're gonna hold this plank for 45 seconds. Knees are behind the hips, contracting the belly up to the spine. If it's available, you're gonna come into full plank, which is on the balls of the feet. Now consider checking in with your legs. Your legs need to be engaged and strong, pressing the balls of the feet into the mat and energy out through the heels. Nice. Give me a strong press through the palms. Let that upper body run into that core connection. You have 20 seconds here and we flip over onto our backs. So the goal of starting off with this good core circuit is I really want you to feel your core throughout the workout. And there'll be no mistaking when we finish this circuit. You'll know right where it is. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so round 1 is done. Each round's gonna get a little tougher. Don't feel like you have to take the levels that I give you. So coming back onto our backs, this time, if it's available to you, you're gonna lift the knees right over the hips. So contracting the belly to the spine. You can certainly keep them back on the floor. We're gonna lift and lower down. lift, and lower down. It's really important that you keep the knees right over your hips. We don't want them to fall in. And then also check in with your shins. They should be parallel with the ceiling rather than kind of just hanging out. There's a big difference in that good strong form. Let's do 6 more. Here's 5, 4 more, 3, 2, 1, and second round, plank position. Of course, take your time if you need more time. Your option is to hold here for 45 seconds or coming up onto the balls of the feet. I'm going to give you the option to give me shoulder taps. So you're going to notice that not just the core is working, but you're going to start to light the arms up again, light up the shoulders. So we just tap back and forth. We want to avoid a lot of momentum or rocking through the hips. Let's try to stay strong and in control. 15 seconds, you're certainly welcome to move faster than me. Good. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lastly, we're going to roll over onto our backs. Now you have the option to keep your feet flat on the floor. You can go to this tabletop position, or you can extend the legs straight up over the hips. Now you'll notice this is a flexibility challenge. You can bend the knees if you need to. Fingertips behind the neck. We're going to lift and lower. And again, we want to avoid pulling on the neck. So I'm going to keep the elbows back. Good. Lift and lower. Feel free to lower your legs at any time. Good. You're going to feel your thighs, your quads. All of these muscles are connected to your core. They're actually part of your core group. So you can't work one without the other. They're all connected. Last one. Okay, now go ahead and take a little breather. Breathe. We're going to bring the legs right back up. We're going to take the right shoulder over to the left side and down. Same side and down. Consider leading with the shoulder rather than the right elbow. Keeping the front of the body open. You just need to give me 4 more, and then we're going to pulse it out. Wow, core is on fire right now. 3, 2, 1. Now with control, we're going to lift it up and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We got to do the other side. Just remember how important your core is. Your core is part of everything that you do. So no matter if it's moving through your life or working out, you use your core for everything. It truly is your powerhouse. So we have to keep it strong. All right, now left shoulder, we take over and down. The stronger that you can make your core, the stronger you'll be in every other area. Good. And it also helps us avoid injury. 4 more. Good. 3. Feel free to take your hands here if you need a little break, whatever you need to do. Last one, and we're going to pulse it out. Press up, up. Give me 6. It's so much harder to do this with control. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now you're not going to like me for a second, but we need to do a power finish. All right, we're going to lift up. We're going to go center, side, center, side. 6 more. Center, side. Try not to mount. Center, side. Give me 4. You can do it. Push through. 3, side. Last 2, side. 1, and side. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we know where our core is. There is no doubt. Get a drink if you need it. So now what I'd like to do with you is get a little bit more intensity. We're going to do 2 rounds of 3 things. Now everything is 30 seconds. The first thing we're going to do, and I'm going to show you no impact or impact. You're going to give me a nice jump squat. The second thing we're going to do, it's going to be more of like an active recovery, but not. It's going to be a wood chop squat. And then the last thing that we're gonna do is a ski hop, right? You certainly don't have to jump. You don't have to jump to get intensity. Impact is not a necessary thing. So if your intensity is staying connected with the floor, you're gonna do that. So 2 big rounds, 30 seconds of all 3 moves, then we'll take our first official break. Are you ready? Okay, so do not confuse impact with intensity. This can be intensity. It's all about you. So 30 seconds, you squat or you jump squat. 3, 2, and we go. So here's the jump. You can be here, lifting the heart rate however you choose. If you choose to jump, think about landing soft with control. So the purpose of this circuit is to lift the heart rate. We're gonna get a little metabolic, spike the heart rate up just a little bit. Good, give me 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, you don't have to touch the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, active recovery. Take a break if you need it. So active recovery just means this movement is less than the other movement, but it's definitely not a full break. So rotating through the core, you should know right where that is. Contract it front to back, so wood chopper squat. Give me 5 seconds. We go into the ski hop. I don't know if you can hear my breath, but it's up. So if you're breathing heavy, that's good. And bring it down. All right, so ski hop. I'm gonna start with the no jump version. Here's your jump version. Good. It's like skiing. I'm not a skier, so I would not know, but I would assume that this would be very similar. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right back to the top. Let's see if we can push it through. Jumps. So resisting recovery and pushing through gets us stronger, but make sure you do what's right for you today. 15 seconds. Good. Breathe, breathe. Last 10. How many more jumps can you get in or squats? Give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, take a breather. Wood chop. Here you go. I want to break 2, but if we can do these wood chops and then a ski hop, we get 1. Good, breathe it out. 30 seconds is all we need. You've got 15 left. Good, sitting the weight back in the heels. Wide base with the feet. Rotating through the core, not the knee or the ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and coming up, ski hops. Good. You can certainly move quicker than me. And if you want more, hop bigger, side to side. You're in control. That's the nice thing about being at home. You're in control. You pause when you want. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, take your break. Meet me back. We'll go in for the second circuit.
Hi, my name is Ashley Mann, and I would like for you to join me on my show, Breathe Yoga, on Channel 5. Each episode will consist of a 30-minute yoga practice that will help you along your yoga journey, whether you are new to yoga or an advanced practitioner. So if you've always wanted to try yoga but didn't know where to begin, join me on Breathe Yoga, only on Channel 5.
We are back. Okay, so you went through your first core circuit. We really pushed the heart rate up. Now what I'd like to do is a little strength, stability, and balance work, because stability and balance are so important when it comes to keeping the core strong and the body strong. So we're gonna go into a little sequence that we do in bar, and it's kind of a curtsy sequence, but what you're gonna do is take one leg back. So You're gonna take left leg back behind you, and I want you to think about coming down. This front knee is gonna be over the heel. We're not gonna go far out in front. And I want you to just lift this back leg. All right, so I'm engaged. This right quad is on, the glute is on, and I want you to come up. You're gonna either tap or keep it lifted, and then feel that core stability. So it's a squat and taking it out. So if you notice, I'm like heavy on a focal point on the floor. So I'm gonna sink my weight back, back, back. Now, if you have something to hold on to, obviously, when we use the bar, it's a lot more balanced. So you can use a wall, a stable surface, like not a really light table, something that's not gonna pull over. Good. Curtsy, tap out. Feel this oblique. Give me a curtsy, tap out. All right, now we're gonna come down. This is a little of our bar sequencing. We're gonna come halfway up, back down. Your foot should be on fire. Halfway up, back down. Chest is up, core is strong. Halfway up, back down. Halfway up, back down. Give me 3, back down, 2, down, 1. Now we're gonna pulse it out. Our pulse is a lift and lower for 8, 7, we're not gonna bounce. 6, holy cow. 5, doesn't take long. 4, 3, I would look at you, but I will fall. 2, gotta keep a focal point and hold. And take it out. Wide plie, together. Wide plie, together. So this right leg, we're just gonna finish with some big range of motion and a tiny little burst of intensity. Give me 2 more. 1, now you're gonna come out. I want you to walk up and back. Walk up and back, or you can hop for 10, back. 9, back. 8, back. Good. 7, back. 6, here's 5. Oh, right side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Heart rate should be up, up, up. Okay, other side. Last standing exercise, then we finish on the mat. Oh, I'm breathing heavy. Okay, left knee bend it. Right foot tap behind. So you may decide to do this whole circuit with the back foot connected. Just make sure that this front knee is not over the ankle. Okay, so you're gonna bend it, contract the core, chest up, find a focal point. We bend, we press, we extend. You can tap. So it's a curtsy, it's a floating curtsy, and out. A lot of people say, well, I'm not very good at balance, so I'm not gonna do that. This is how you get better at balance. Working your balance is essential. It takes practice. Curtsy, hold on to something, and out. Curtsy. Notice how I'm a little slower on this side versus the other. The reason is my range of motion is completely different, one side versus the other, and that is totally normal. One side is always different than the other. All right, now we're gonna hold it down, release the foot when you need to. We come halfway up, back down. Find something on the floor out in front of you that you can find a focal point on. Good. Take it down and up. Good. Halfway up, 4, back down, 3, back down, 2, down. Oh my goodness. 1, down, hold it. Pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, hold it. Take it out, back in. Out, you're doing great. Back in. Out, back in. Good. Out, back in. Give me 4 more, and we're gonna do that little burst of intensity, and then we drop to the mat. 2, 1. Now let's hold it out. Left leg leads. We go up, back. Oh, up, back. Or we jump. 10, 9, 8, 7. I like hands athletic stance. You can do whatever you like. 6, 5, 4, 3. Good. 2, 1. Oh, woo. Okay. Get a drink if you need it. You should need it. All right. So we're going to come down, catch our breath. We've got a little circuit that's going to finish the arms and the core. For 30 seconds, you're going to give me a push-up, rotate open. I'm going to stay on my knees. For those of you that can do your toes, you know exactly what to do. Take it down, back up. 15 seconds. If this rotation is not good for your knees, skip it. Just stay in the center like this. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, moving slow. Keeping the core engaged. 1. Okay, now we're going to target a bit of the oblique or the oblique with a side plank. Side planks are tough, but you're going to start with the knee down. We hold, okay? So the bottom knee, you might have to adjust it. You're going to put it underneath you. Top hand can be on the hip. Compress the whole core, but you're going to feel that bottom oblique. Arm is lighting up too. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, release. We're going to do one more with an add-on. It's optional. You can scissor or stack your feet. You know who you are. Otherwise, we're here. Holds. Optional is a dip down and up. Really think about squeezing that bottom oblique, driving the top hip to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Nice job. All right, let's come back through the center. Push-ups. You have 30 seconds. We push up. We rotate. I don't like that rotation on my knees. So if I'm going to stay on my knees, I'm going to be here. If you're on your toes, you're here. Give me 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flipping it to the other side. Last 2 things. Side plank. We're going to keep that bottom knee underneath us, lifting up for 20 seconds. Notice how my shoulders are stacked and my hips are stacked. Good, lifting that top hip to the sky. 8 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Rest, breathe. So arm gets a lot of work in planks. Planks are really full body. All right, coming up, you can scissor. If you're going to scissor, do your top leg in front. Optional dips. Okay, so if I'm on my knees, I'm here. Down and up. Good. Down and up. For those of you that like to take it up a notch, you know exactly what you need to do. Form is the same. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are finished. And I'm going to leave you with this quote, and it is, forget today's troubles, remember today's blessings. So thank you so much for working out with me, and just don't give up. It's tough. If it were easy, everybody would be doing this, but you rock, and so I'll see you next time.